Like a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to, go into my burrow and work on myself. And then I'm going to emerge this beautiful butterfly ready to go. And like, that's actually not how that works. Again, what John Vervaeke's saying is like, you actually can't define your authentic sense of self without people. You can't do it alone. The
Yeah.
only caveat to this, the little asterisk, if you will, is if you are just out of a breakup or you're still getting over somebody. Yes, in that case, absolutely go take all the little self-care days that you need. That's where you can kind of, bunker down and, cry it out, feel out those feelings so that you can be ready, right? But for men that are ready, it goes back down to two things: skill set and mindset, right? So we can start with mindset. So mindset is physical, which is, your physical health as well as your nutrition. Then it's your mental health. Then it's your social, and then it's your spiritual, right? Those are kind of the four sects that they almost call like sharpening the saw. That's actually something I got from the sales company I worked for. Um, so physical health, this country in America, I should say, we do a very bad job at really honing in the point that your mental status, the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you think, that literal happiness gauge that you have, the size of it is dependent on the food that you're eating. Most people think physical health is just going to the gym and eating, a few salads or, eating about. But if you are very cognizant about what you are putting into your body, your physical thoughts will start to change. So that's the first thing I get to people. If you are not actively working on not just going to the gym, because guys that also they'll do that too. Oh, I go to the gym every day. Well, what are you eating for dinner? Well, lasagna. Well, all these other terrible. Well, then what's the point of going to the gym,
Yeah.
right? You're just you're doing the same thing over and over again expecting different result, right? So again, it has to be a combination of the two, because what ends up happening is now your thoughts start to change. Now you're going to start to see the world differently. Now the information that I'm going to be telling you and coaching you on, you're going to start to accept it a lot easier. It's easier for me to coach as well, because a man that is also working on the discipline of going to the gym and doing the hard things, the hard labor, is also going to be easier coached to do other hard things, right? So now you're getting into this habit where you are just yes, and yes, Jamie, I'm going to go to the gym. Yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, I'm going to try this, right? So this is physical. Mental, gratitude list. Let's start looking at things that we like and stop focusing on things that make us sad. So I listen to this. I listen to a ton of podcasts, and one podcast that I love is This American Life. Shout out. There's one episode that came on during the pandemic, and it was about, I think, this guy where he realized that he was just constantly, and society will do this to you. They make you think, focus on things that aren't working for you. He's so tired of focusing on things that are wrong. What's wrong, right? Everything's wrong. Where he's realized he's so depressed that instead every day one day he just was like, you know what, I'm going to carry around a little notebook in his pocket, and he's just going to write down all the things that give him little joys. I think that's what he called it, little joys, where, I reached in my pocket and I had change in it. I, warm laundry coming out of the dryer.